Julie Beresford in from Williams Engineering. You ever played lacrosse?
No, but I do go watch the Rush on a regular basis.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, good for you. Yeah, I think it's that sport is absolutely insane. Even as a hockey player, I see what they do with their cross checks and sticks. Hey, we're so happy to have you here because your job, you're a sustainability lead at Williams Engineering. What does that mean? I mean, obviously it has some green environmental connection.
It's true, yep. I run the internal sustainability program at Williams Engineering, so I'm in charge of greening our operations as well as helping people take sustainability home.
Okay, well, we love hearing from our viewers, and that's along the lines of an email we got from you, or from your partner anyway, that was like, listen, there's passion here, and we have to get it on the air. So you've brought a few suggestions, everyday suggestions that anybody can do to not only go green, but save money.
That's right.
Okay, so what's the first one here?
The first one has to do with furnace filters. Here I have a really dirty furnace filter, and I had to cut a little bit off because it was pretty nasty.
Yeah, okay.
And then a clean one just for comparison. You can see that the dust really builds up in the ridges. So did you know that cleaning your furnace filter once a month during periods of high use can save you up to 5% on your utility bills?
Really?
Yeah.
So for a lot of families, that's $10 a month.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's substantial. I can relate to that.
Oh, of course, more than $100 a year.
So
okay, so how do you clean it?
Really, all you do is just get the little hose part.
Okay.
And if you want to give
just
it
a
go.
regular vacuum? This isn't a crazy high power.
And then just get in there.
Okay.
And you can see,
you can already
the greens
see
again, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so what does this take? 10 minutes to actually totally clean out?
This one's really dirty. I got it from an old house that hadn't been changed. But the newer ones, if you do clean it once a month, probably 15 minutes.
Okay, I think I can tell what the old house smelled like by vacuuming this out. But there you have it. Who knew? 5%.
Yeah.
That's a savings right off the bat. Now you have a floor mop attachment here. How come?
I do. Well, you know, one of the things that I've noticed recently is that people have moved towards disposable mop options. And, you know, I can relate to that because...
Like the Swiffer.
Exactly.
We can say it.
Yeah, okay.
So everybody's Swiffing their floors.
Everybody's Swiffing with the chemicals and everything. And, you know, I understand that because the old school mops do tend to stink after a while. So this morning I'd like to show you how to get the stink out of your old mop.
Okay, great. Perfect. So, of course, it goes without saying, Julia, one of the benefits here is that we're not throwing out the disposable mop heads every week or so.
Yeah, exactly. So what you do is you get about 4 liters of water, which I have in here.
Okay.
And then about 4 teaspoons of baking soda.
Okay.
You know, everybody's Nana's favorite cleaner.
Yeah, sure. But it really, I mean, you're not compromising cleaning power?
Nope.
Okay. So you said 4 tablespoons of baking soda to 4 liters of water.
That's right.
Okay, now you drop the mop head in?
Just drop it right in there, and you let it soak for about 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
And then, you know, if it's, get it really in there, pardon me.
Yeah.
And then, you know, these can be kind of difficult to wring out, but wring it out as best you can.
Yeah.
And then you just give it a little smell. You don't have to get too close if you're a little squeamish.
Sure.
And if it still smells, just put it right back in. Let it soak for another 5-10 minutes. And take it out. It still stinks. Maybe switch out the water.
Okay, now how often do you do this in your home?
As often as necessary.
Okay, so maybe every couple of times you mop the floor?
Yeah.
But like you said, I mean, you just let it soak, wring it out. It's not a big deal.
And then also, if you want to add a little fragrance, you could add a couple drops of your favorite essential oil.
Okay, now I think I know what these are, but now I'm guessing it has something to do with drafts, with doors.
It does, yes.
Okay.
Drafts in your home can waste from anywhere from 5 to 30% of the energy use in your home through the heat loss underneath your doors and underneath your windows.
Does the rice have something to do with this?
Well, there are a couple options with draft stoppers. One of them is a rolled up towel, just taped. I think this would probably be pretty popular with the
That's something you could do in 5 minutes right now. And then this, you just sewed it yourself?
I sewed both of these, last night. This one took me about half an hour all the way through to stuffing. And then this one was just about 10 minutes.
So you sew this up using fabric, you put it in plastic bags?
I didn't use any plastic bag for the stuffing one because you don't need it. But for the rice, now the reason that I like making my own, you can purchase these, is because you can then match it to your decor.
Yeah.
And I like to use rice because rice weighs it down a bit, so it really stays and helps seal the bottom of your door off.
What a great suggestion.
Well, you can use sand too if you don't want to use rice.
So rice, sand, or even a rolled up towel, and then of course here like window kits and so many other great ideas. Now Julia, we want to thank you for coming in, and we're going to welcome you back because we know that there are so many ideas around the house, ways to go green. But if you want to find out more about what Julia is doing, swing on by our website, breakfasttelevision.ca, under Inside BT, and as I understand it, there will be a few tips on the Williams Engineering website as well.
That's right.
Way to go.
Thank you
very much.
much.
Great to see you, and thanks for being in touch with us.
I really appreciate it.
As mentioned, we always love hearing from our viewers. breakfasttelevision.ca. Connect with BT is how you can get